Hey guys, this is Nathan, and welcome back to Crash Landing. So I've been doing a lot of digging while it's been between episodes. I've been placing out a whole bunch of glowstone nooks, and I've got a very large area around the ship to where mobs can't spawn. But I've been getting a lot of times I've had to repair this shovel. Now it is nice having the instant mine, but I'm really tired of repairing this thing. So to start out here today, we're going to do a little something to help with that. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to come down here, and I have set up, I'm making gravel again with my autonomous activator, and I've set up to have my cobblestone smelted down and automatically turned into lava. And I have a full hardened portable tank here, as well as an additional, I think there's 8 buckets in each one of these crucibles, and then whatever's inside of this fluid duct. Now also over here I've set this up to where the transfer node is pumping straight into this crafting station, and we can periodically come over here and just pull a bunch of compressed cobble out of there, and then it'll automatically refill. So I've just been doing that every once in a while, and eventually we'll need quite a bit of this compressed cobblestone, so I figured, why not? We'll compress some of it down and be well on our way. But so what we're going to do here, we're going to dig out a little spot here, and we're going to set up a little bit of stuff. So the first thing that we're going to do, we are going to put our stone barrel down here in the bottom, and then we're going to dig out a spot right next to it, and we are going to put an item transfer or item duct on the side of this. So then we're going to put one on top, and we'll wrench this so that it's coming out. I believe, yeah, I have a pneumatic servo on me, so we can set this to where there's redstone ignored. And now we can set this, I've got a barrel on me, so we'll go ahead and set this barrel on here. And then we're going to take and, oh, I don't have my water bucket with me, so I'll have to go and grab that. But basically what we're going to do here, we're going to set up automatic obsidian production. So that'll be nice. We'll have our automatic obsidian, and the reason for that is that I want to get this shovel to unbreaking 10. At unbreaking 10, it is unbreakable. Now how are we going to do this? Oh, we can pump in from the side, I guess, with this. So what we'll do is we'll come down here, and we can put our fluid ducts straight off of the side of these. Oop, that's not where I wanted it. I wanted it down here. So we can go straight off of the side there, and unfortunately we're going to lose a little bit of lava here when I break this pipe, but that's okay. We're making it for free, basically. So then we're going to just go ahead and put this on there, and now this should start sucking the items right out of that. But for some reason it's not. Let's see here, I need an empty hand to interact with that, don't I? Redstone ignored. Oh, I just drank that water. I didn't want to do that. And where did that obsidian go? I don't know. So something is a little bit goofy here. I don't know what is going on, but okay, there we go. So that should be sucking that out of there. I don't understand why it's not. But we may have to put a hopper underneath that. We may have to put it on the underside. I don't know for sure. We'll, but the idea here is pretty simple, and we'll just grab, and I'm drinking the water again. We'll just grab a few of these here, and okay, that should, well, I guess we need those. So, yeah, we'll go up here to our Tinker's table now. And, well, I guess we've got a little bit more to do here before we can do this. So, yeah, I'm going to have to smelt up some ores first, because we have to upgrade our tool station to a tool forge. And for that, we need 4 blocks of metal. So we don't have enough of anything here to make that, but I can pretty easily smelt something up. I suppose we'll probably make it out of aluminum, because we've got plenty of aluminum and I just really have no major use for it. So I'm going to smelt that all up, and I'll be right back. So I've set up my smeltery here outside, and we're just making blocks at a time. I went ahead and put in a casting basin instead of the casting table, and actually I think I'm going to put the rest of these items in here. I'm going to keep that transfer pipe. So we need 3 of these seared bricks for what we're going to be doing next, and then we need our 4 blocks of iron here, and this will just automatically finish everything out. We've got more aluminum in there ready to be cast. And so we're just gonna quick pop back inside and close this up. Where did I just put that dark glass in there? I think I did. Yep. So we're just gonna pop back inside here and go ahead and make that tool forge out of this tool station. So we're gonna grab this. What we have to do here, we take our tool station, we put 4 blocks of metal like that, and then we take our 3 seared bricks and put it across the top. That makes our tool forge. So now we've got that. I think I'm out of patterns. Yeah, so I gotta grab a little bit of wood here so that I can make some more patterns. So we're just gonna make a bunch of these. Man, I'm trying to put peanuts in there. Okay, so what we need to get to is right there, the large plate pattern. That's what we want. So now actually we can do that here in the part builder. What am I thinking? But we should be able to put obsidian in here and then a large plate. No, do we have to cast that? Okay, well, we'll give that a shot. Sure won't hurt anything. Oh, we need 8 obsidian for that, don't we? That has a material cost of 8. So we'll go ahead and pop down here, make a little bit more obsidian real quick, and yeah, I kind of had to take a little bit of stuff apart here to make the forge work. But yeah, I'm gonna just kind of close this back up here, and then if we come here right there, so I can just sit here and hold right click, and we're just picking up obsidian, and you can see the lava disappearing in the crucibles behind us. And so we'll just do this until we run out of lava. Still filling. Okay, it looks like we've finally run out. So we've got 27. That should be... Actually, that's enough. We need to make 3 of those large plates. So come back over here to our part builder. Put these in here. There we go. So we can make our 3 large plates. We'll pull that back out and throw our pattern in here. So now we will first fix our shovel. And I think this is only going to take 2 ingots to fix, but yeah. So now we're going to put our shovel in here and we will add these plates. So this should give us reinforced 8. There's reinforced 9. And here we go. This is now reinforced 10 or unbreakable. So now we can come out here. Well, it's getting to be nighttime. And you know, I think we are going to finally deal with this nighttime problem. So we're going to grab 3 pieces of oak and some string. We're going to make 3 pieces of wool. And we are going to make ourselves a bed. We've gone quite a while without one, so we're just going to quick make up a bed. I'm going to drop it here and sleep, and then we won't have to worry about these mobs anymore. So, yeah, we may get that into a little bit safer location later. So these guys should all be dying now, so we can come out here and we actually should be able to just... Let's see here, where would be a good spot? I suppose over here by these spiders, even though pretty much anywhere would be a good spot. So this is a tough spider, or yeah, tough spider. Oh, creeper! That almost killed me. And then on top of that, we are running out of water. Now, one thing that I did do between episodes is I smelted up a bunch of leather and made myself some more camel packs, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. When we run out of water, we can just quick pop one on. And then also we need to eat, so we'll just go ahead and eat one of these apple jelly sandwiches. And Let's go ahead and kill another spider and some more creepers. Well, we'll just leave those creepers alone. So now, if we start breaking stuff here, we'll see we're using absolutely zero durability on this shovel. Now, there's no reason to try to add any more speed modifiers because this is already instant mine. So having that unbreakable on this shovel was well worth it. So we can now mine all the dust that we want with this shovel, and it will never break on us. So that's great. So yeah, that was the first thing that I wanted to get done here today. But now the next thing that I want to do here is I want to start moving our tree production up here onto the surface. So I think what I'm going to do, of course we have all of the cobblestone that we could ever want, and I have made myself a chisel. So I think we're going to go ahead and take a look at some blocks from chisel in the cobblestone. And yeah, we're probably going to go ahead and make that dome that I was talking about for our trees out here. So I'm going to just gather up some stuff here, and I will be right back. So I've got a bunch of the chiseled variants of cobblestone laid out here. And yeah, it doesn't exactly show us which one's which here just by looking at them. You can see the well, the colon number up there. But yeah, just looking at them here, I mean, this one doesn't look too bad, but it's a little bit bland. It would probably work good as a flat area on a wall, but we would want a little bit of accent pieces around it. Now, some of these others are very similar. These two are basically almost identical to each other, except that this one has a slightly darker border and a little bit stronger texture of the cobblestone in it. This one here looks more like just a mottled surface and then a slightly lighter border. This one here doesn't look too bad, but yeah, it's a little too strong on the cobblestone texture to me. Now this one here, I don't know, I don't like it all that much. There's just something about the bricks that are in straight lines. I don't really care for that too much. This one would work good for some accent pieces, but I don't think I would want to make a whole wall out of it. And then we've got these two bricks here. And I think that if I were to use one of these, I'd probably use this one. I know that's the detailed stone bricks, and I just like the fact that it's got these little corner pieces that look a little bit more rounded. Whereas this is very sharp corners, and you know, I don't know, this just looks neater. It's like it's got a little bit of wear to it or something. I just like it a little better. But looking at these here for a tree farm, actually I'm kind of leaning more toward this one. So I suppose I'll chisel up a whole bunch of these, and I'll start laying out some stuff for our tree farm. And yeah, I will be back in just a bit. So one thing that I'm going to make here real quick to make building this tree farm easier is a builder's guide. So this thing's from Open Blocks, and it's just 8 pieces of glass and a torch. So this is pretty simple. So now I'm not entirely sure how this thing works. It's been quite a while since I've used one. So I'm pretty sure that you're supposed to apply a redstone signal to it. So I've got myself a lever here. Actually, it looks like it's on right now. So if I... No, that doesn't look like it does anything. Nope, so it's on no matter what when you drop it. So if it is in render distance, you can see the shape here. Maybe if I apply a redstone signal to it, it will stay on? No. So that's kind of annoying. So can I shift click, changing to cuboid mode, cylinder mode, dome mode, triangle mode, pentagon, hexagon, octagon, sphere. Okay, if I just right click on it, it's changing the size that way, changing the size smaller that way. Okay, so 0. I didn't know that you could make something by 0. So this makes that smaller, and I suppose then that clicking on like the top will make the top bigger, and so you'd have to click on the bottom to make it smaller. That's kind of annoying. But the problem here is that once that thing goes out of render distance, you can't see it anymore. And it looks like I need to get inside and sleep here real quick. So I'll do that real quick. But so yeah, I'm going to set up... still not quite night. But I'm going to set up that builder's guide, figure out what I need to make the shape that I want, and do a little building, and I'll be back in just a bit. So for the dome portion of this tree farm, I'm going to be using the Tinker's clear glass, or quite clear glass? Clear glass. And so for that, I have set all of the glass that I'd already smelted, plus all of my sand into this chest that is automatically being fed into the smeltery. Then I have the hardened portable tank automatically feeding lava into the smeltery. And then we have the glass automatically being cast into blocks, and we keep getting the glass here. So right now I have the builder's guide set up here for a dome, and I got to thinking about this, and I wanted to make it a flatter dome, but actually we want to make this a tall dome, because there is a possibility we could be trying to raise some larger jungle trees in the center. So I think I'm going to have to redo this just a little bit. So I'm going to grab a little bit of dust here and hop up on top of this thing. Let's see here. Yeah, I can place down dust right here and get up on top of it. So right now it is 15 by 15 by 7. So we're going to take it up. Let's try 10. What does that look like? Yeah, that's pretty tall. So yeah, I think that should probably be okay. Now, as far as the height is concerned, we actually use no more blocks to make this taller than to make it perfectly flat. Really, I mean, I guess we do use some more because we're going up higher here at the bottom. But once we get past a certain point, we're not using any more. But I guess one thing that we could also do is increase the height of the cobblestone walls, because the glass is a little bit on the pricey side. I have to sit there and hammer gravel to get the sand. But I kind of like the idea of having a lot of glass on this too. So, yeah, I guess if we have to, we can always make a specialized dome just for the jungle trees later. But I think this will be good, so I'm going to go ahead and start laying out these glass blocks. And yeah, it's going to take me a little while because we're going to be waiting on the smeltery. But I'll work on that, and when I get finished, I'll bring you back. So I've got this dome completed, and aside from needing to put a couple of glowstone strips on here to light up the inside just to make it look a little nicer, this is pretty nice because I can work in here now at night. I don't have to worry about mobs or the gas flying down and getting me. And so I've spread out an area of dirt here. I'm going to go ahead and plant that grass seed that I have and spread that around here and run the Matic over that. See if I can get some additional seeds for the garden. And also I'm going to go ahead and lay out some spots for trees out here and get those growing. And I'm going to see how things are going, and we'll figure out what we're going to do from there. So I've been getting seeds for some time. I made myself a diamond chest to hold these, and I have an awful lot of seeds here. I've also picked up a bunch of these fruits, and I've got cotton, whole bunch of the saplings. So yeah, this is looking pretty good. We'll be able to get a really good garden started here. So I was doing a little experimenting here with a kind of a fountain on the edge here, and I think I'm going to put one on each of these other two sides. I think it looks decent. I mean, it probably could be a little better, but it's, you know, it's a nice little addition to the area. Oh, I am getting dehydrated. Now, I did make a few extra camel packs. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, so that's nice. I set up an automatic system here to do my leaves for me. Just about out of leaves as it is. I probably should cut a few more trees down. But this keeps giving me tons of dirt, so I've been just filling the area in. I'll have this entire dome filled with dirt when it's all said and done. So, yeah, I'm going to keep getting this, and we haven't even looked at the quest book today, so let's quick take a look at that. So the quest book, let's see here, we have in basic survival, well, there's still nothing new here. So on the under pressure, now this is what we're going to be looking at. I don't think we've got time to do it today, but we may be able to get a little bit of stuff done. So the first thing we need is exploding iron. So not that, I think this is supposed to be now, but not that your immediate needs are taken care of. It is time to start building the technology you will need to survive here for the long term. To that end, you will need a new form of metal. So the first step we've already completed, and that is to get 8 iron ingots. So the next up you will need some TNT. You should have plenty of gunpowder by now, and you can hammer cobblestone into gravel and then hammer that to get the sand you need. So let's go make ourselves a block of TNT. So I also made a couple more barrels here because I needed more space for dust, I needed a place for logs, and I upgraded this chest to a couple of iron chests. So in here we have some sand. So we'll grab 4 pieces of sand, then we'll grab some gunpowder, and go ahead and make our TNT. And then we're going to need something to trigger that with, and I suppose the easiest thing to do here would just be to make a redstone torch. And it looks like we are coming up on nighttime, so we'll go ahead and sleep. So now if we look at the quest book, the third step, I suggest going a little away from your base for this one. Dig a hole, drop the iron in it, place the TNT next to the iron, ignite the TNT, and then stand back. When the smoke clears, you should see you now have some compressed iron. Now, unfortunately, some of the iron is lost. Don't worry, there will be a better way to do this later. So let's just take a look at how much iron we have here ready to go. We've got 61 iron ingots, and I think we're just going to go ahead and take them all, because we're going to need quite a bit of this compressed iron. I'm probably going to end up having to do this again a little later. So, yeah, we'll just take a whole bunch here. So, we are going to go out to this big hill here in the dust. Now, if you don't know, these hills contain dust ores within them. So that's kind of nice. So we're just going to blow some of the side off of this and hope to get a little extra depth to aid in getting into that. So we need to dig a hole. We'll toss in our iron. Place down the TNT. Light it, and then move away. Now we had 61 iron there, and we got back 44 compressed iron, but that should be a great deal plenty to get us started here. We're going to need quite a bit, but there's a couple of extra quests to get a little bit more. So let's go ahead and head back up to the base, and you can see with the domed area, that's really starting to look kind of neat. I'm going to make a whole bunch of these domes in different sizes and different configurations. I'm actually thinking of making one like this and then make a secondary bubble on top of it. And we might use that, and I might actually do that to this one for raising the large jungle trees inside of that. I think that would be kind of neat, actually. But, yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and head back inside the base here. And we'll look at what the quest book has to say now. So I've got quite a bit of this chiseled cobblestone on me. We're going to just come over here for now. So this gives us 16 more compressed iron ingots, and we'll go ahead and claim that reward. So now we have heating up. Now that you have compressed iron, time to get building. the most basic component, but the most necessary. So we need to make a pressure tube. So how do we make a pressure tube? So, pressure. So pressure tube is just 2 pieces of compressed iron and a piece of glass. So let's go ahead and go up here and grab a piece of glass. I think I've only got a couple of those, so yeah, I moved my furnace over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop that in there. I don't have any fuel in there right now, so then grab some charcoal. Alright, so now pressure tube. Oh, we don't have a crafting bench over here. Well, we'll just go ahead and make one. Okay, we'll just go ahead and drop this right here. So we needed 1 piece of glass and a compressed iron on each side. That makes our pressure tube. So now we look at the quest book, and now they want an air compressor. This will generate compressed air when fed with any solid fuel. Charcoal is probably easiest for now, although I'd recommend against using blocks of charcoal. Be careful not to add too much pressure to your system. If you push the system into the red zone over 5 bars of pressure, things could explode. The compressor can be set to respond to a redstone signal, so you can turn it off as needed using a lever. This can also be automated, but that is another quest. So we need to make our air compressor now. So we'll go air compressor, so right here. And this is some compressed iron, a furnace, and a pressure tube. So I don't have any cobblestone on me, but I have tons of this chiseled cobblestone, so I'll just go ahead and chisel that back into the original cobblestone. We'll make ourselves a furnace. And then we have everything else, so there's our air compressor. So now, that's everything. That'll give us 4 extra pressure tubes. We have a reward bag, a pressure gauge, or lightning plant seeds. Now this pressure gauge, let's take a look at that. So the pressure gauge is just a compressed iron with gold around it. That is nothing major. The reward bag is just kind of whatever. Now the lightning plant seeds are very important to get this, whatever color plastic this is. But I don't know for sure how to get that. So that's grass plus a cyan dye. So that would be lapis and cactus green. Well, we don't have a cactus yet. We could get that by sieving sand, I guess. So yeah, we could get those lightning plant seeds pretty easy. Yeah, I suppose we'll go ahead and take this reward bag and hope for something good. So let's take a look. Well, we are completely out of inventory space here. We'll just go ahead and drop a bunch of stuff in here. I guess we'll keep our camel packs on us. Okay, so our reward bag, it says it's a good reward bag. Oh, bunch of seeds. Well, that was kind of pointless, so let's go ahead and drop those off. See if we got anything new. I seriously doubt it. Nope. So let's take a look at the quest book again and see what we've got next. So next up, we've got measuring pressure and putting pressure to work. So measuring pressure. A pressure gauge tube is very handy. Not only can it measure the bars of pressure in your system, it also emits a redstone signal of strength twice that of the pressure it detects. With very little thought, you should be able to use this to automate your air compressor to keep the system at safe pressure levels. As a warning, though, the compressor will not stop instantly. It must fully consume the fuel it was burning first. Remember that you can't have any open ends to your tubing or your pressure will leak out. So this wants us to make a pressure gauge tube. So let's take a look at that. So we'll just go ahead and go to this pressure gauge. So that's the advanced one. A pressure gauge tube is a pressure tube, 2 redstone, and a pressure gauge. So let's go ahead and go grab some redstone and some gold. And we don't have any gold currently. I must have used that all up to make that diamond chest. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and smelt up some gold here, and, yeah, I'll be right back. Well, guys, I was just checking the time on the episode, and unfortunately, we have run out of time for today. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give a thumbs up. And, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. And, I will see you guys next time. Bye!